This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Day update for Thursday, November 14, 2013. I'm Kamar Jordan. A day of consternation for one local media house ends in charges being brought against the publisher, the editor-in-chief, and a senior journalist. Publisher of the Nation newspaper Vivian Gittins, editor-in-chief Roy Morris, and journalist Sanka Price were each released on $5,000 bail on a charge of showing an indecent photograph of two minors. The charges stem from the October 26 Saturday Sun publication of a picture of two school children having sex in a classroom. Our Emmanuel Joseph now reports.
The release of Gittins, Morris, and the Price on a $5,000 bail each comes a day after two teenage boys were granted $10,000 bail on a charge that they allegedly captured the offending image on camera in the first place. As a condition of their bail, the Nation newspaper officials have to hand over their travel documents. The trio had been questioned for several hours during the morning and into the afternoon at the District A police station before being fingerprinted and charged. They were led into the court just before 3 p.m. Senior editorial staff from the newspaper showed up to offer moral support as a three-faced magistrate Wayne Clark. One of the lawyers for the defense, that's the lawyer representing the Nation Publishing Company, Ezra Allen, had expressed some concern about the disclosure, the early disclosure of relevant information from the prosecution. He feared that this could delay the early start of the case, and the prosecution had assured the court that everything will be done to disclose the information that is required by the defense and that there was no need to worry. And the case has been adjourned until the 11th of March when all three accused in this matter will have to reappear in court. Emmanuel Joseph from the District A Magistrates Court for Barbados today.
Thanks, Emmanuel. Well, hoteliers are warning that if they don't get the same concessions as Sandals Resorts International, thousands of workers in the sector could go home. Executive Vice President of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Sue Springer, says if local hotels can't compete, they may have no choice but to cut staff.
We do not want to see further closures of our all-inclusive properties, and a level playing field must be applied.
Principal of the Caval campus of the University of the West Indies, Sir Hilary Beckles, has been appointed a special advisor to the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. He has been invited to be a member of the recently established Scientific Advisory Board for a 2-year period. That body will advise the Secretary General and executive heads of other UN organizations on science, technology, and innovation for sustainable development. In sports, disappointing batting saw the West Indies collapse for 182 on the first day of the second and final test against India today. India won the toss and elected to send the Caribbean boys in to bat at the 1KD Stadium in Mumbai. West Indies were looking good with Kieron Powell and Darren Bravo at the crease, but lost their way after lunch as the wickets began to fall. At the close of play, India was 157 for 2 after 34 overs. There's regional and international news after this short break.
McInerney Quality and Consolidated Finance invite you to trade in your old car for a new one. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. That's right, all trade-ins are welcomed. Any make or model we'll trade towards your new car. Plus, you get 2 years free insurance when you purchase a Kia, Mazda or Ford. And with on-the-spot financing by Consolidated Finance, you can drive away with something new. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. All trade-ins are welcome.
In regional news, small to medium hotels in St. Lucia say they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars as a result of last week's strike by Liat pilots. The executive vice president of the Hotel and Tourism Association says the disruption hit the bottom line in a hard way. He says it has now become necessary to sell rooms at lower than usual rates. Internationally, police in Canada say 348 people have been arrested and nearly 400 children rescued after a 3-year investigation into child pornography. At the center of the investigation was a Toronto-based firm that allegedly sold DVDs and streamed videos of naked children. The films were distributed in 94 countries. Doctors, foster care parents, and priests were among those detained. And that's our 6 p.m. update. Join us again at 7 o'clock in the morning. Until then, log on to www.barbados.bb for more news and sports. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a great evening.
This news update brought to you by
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Kesha Sun Power.